Victor Midgley here with you, and this is lesson number 3 in the Perfect People training series. Now, this is one of my most favorite lessons to share with my students, because this is probably the most important lesson that you can learn, not just for your job, to prepare you for your job, but to prepare you for your life. And this is designed to help you get in a very empowering state where you are geared up and ready for work, and not just ready for work, but ready to perform, and ready to perform at a high level. So when you think about the zone is a powerful state of emotion. It is when our actions are perfectly aligned and amazing results can occur. Now think about this. I'm sure that there have been times in your life when you have been at this peak performance state where everything was going your way and you just felt great. The secret here is, how do you get into that state? A lot of people think that it has to do with conditions that are out of their control, their environment, things that are out of their control, and it is those elements that come together that create this peak performance state, and that is not true. So it's very important to learn how you get into this zone. Now, when you think of the zone, I'm sure you think of athletes, and when they perform at a high level and they earn a gold medal, or they hit a home run, take first place in an event. But getting into the zone is not just reserved for athletes, but getting into a peak performance state is also something that you can do in your own profession. So getting into the zone then really first comes down to defining why we do what we do. And we do what we do because we believe it will lead to that emotional state that we call happiness. Now think about this. Anything that happens in your life, that the reason that you do it is because you want to be happy, and you want this emotional state of happiness. And when we're happy, we clearly perform at high levels. Now, there are only two things that we ever have control over. And number one is what we are physically feeling, and number two, what we are paying attention to, or in other words, what we are focusing on. Now, if you want to change how you feel, you need to change what you're doing with your body and what you're focusing on. Those are the things that you need to change. It is very important to pay attention to the things that get you in a powerful state, and then create those rituals. Now, the word ritual is a very interesting word for me, and I think it's very important for you to understand what that definition is. Now, all rituals they're just a set of actions performed according to a prescribed order. They are the actions that you take consistently that you know lead to a peak performance state, where your body and your mind come together and they achieve these great and wonderful things. Now, conditioning your mind or your thoughts and focus are very, very key to getting into the zone. And when you think about it, thinking is the process of evaluating things, and an evaluation, in essence, is a question. So, therefore, questions are the key tool to controlling your focus and to the quality of the experiences that you have in your life. Empowering questions that you ask yourself can control how you feel, how you think, and how you make decisions. So let me give you some examples of some empowering questions. Think about this question: what are you most happy about in your life right now? What about that makes you happy? Now, how does that make you feel? Do these questions change what you are thinking about and how you feel? Well, this is just a brief sample of the power of questions. Other empowering questions that you may want to consider are questions such as, how can I, or what can I do today to move closer to my goals? What am I willing to do today to move closer to my goals? Or what am I willing to give up to achieve my goals? These are examples of some questions that you ought to be asking yourself on a daily basis, and adopt that as your daily ritual. You'll find that as you focus more on the questions that you ask yourself, that it really will have an effect on your thinking, your thought process, and the things that are going on in your mind. So I encourage you to write down some questions, empowering questions, and play with this for a while, and you'll see great changes come into your life. This is Victor Midgley, and this has been lesson number 3, and I look forward to seeing you at lesson number 4. Thank you.